Hi, it's Jamie, back again to do another makeup look. I've only done the 2-packer look so far, and I'm anxious to do more. With the Packers Super Bowl, because they won the Super Bowl, yay, I actually came in third in the contest and won this e.l.f. Beauty Encyclopedia Sparkle Eye Edition, which I love this. So what I wanted to do today was, using this collection, I wanted to show you my new favorite everyday look. And I'm using the new camera today, so hopefully that will work a little bit better. So I have nothing on my face right now, which this is nerve-wracking having it on film. So I'm just going to start doing my whole face and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, the first thing I do is I use this Maybelline Age Rewind Instant Primer. I found it works pretty comparable to Smashbox's, and it's way less money, and I really like it. It has a nice little pink finish to it, so it kind of wakes up my face, because I am not a morning person, and so I sometimes need that little extra to make my face look normal in the AM. And so I just use my fingers. I know that if I was doing this more professionally or on someone else, I would use a brush, not my fingers. But the foundation that I'm currently in love with is this Neutrogena Healthy Skin Enhancer. I got it because it was on sale at Ulta. I don't like heavy foundations, especially just an everyday kind of thing, so I usually use tinted moisturizers, and this was on sale as opposed to my normal tinted moisturizer, which is the CoverGirl CG Smoothers. And so I'm a pale girl, fair to light, that's me. So I just take a couple of pumps, and again, I'm just going to use my hands for this. Some people, I mean, you could use a brush. I don't need it right now. It's just a normal Saturday, which I'm going to go pick out countertops. I don't need it to be fancy. I feel it coats everything really well, it covers everything really well, and just makes my face look as covered and as natural toned as possible. I read online that if you need a strong, more deep finish than the one that it gives you, to just put it on another layer, but for me, this is fine. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty well covered. I don't have a lot of imperfections right now, which is good. It's a nice thing that happens with age. So I don't have a lot of things to cover up, but I will just take my Maybelline Mineral Powder Concealer and just put a little under my eyes. I have a little bit of deep set eyes and then unusual places for concealer. And for this I'll use a brush. You can just use your middle finger or your ring finger if you want, but I'll use a brush for it today, just to really get in there. And I like to put a little bit on my eyes since I don't use primer. It helps everything just kind of stick. Normally when I'm getting ready in the mornings, I'll do this step and then set it, bronze, blush, but for the sake of time right now, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to set it real quick. I'm going to go back and add my bronzer later. I just am going to use the L'Oreal Bare Naturals powder. It's just what I use to set. It's not my main powder that I use. I usually use the Bare Essentials Mineral Veil. It works genius. Okay, so let's start with the eyes. So first, before I do anything, I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which I depotted. And I'll probably put up a tutorial of how to depot, because I really don't like the hairdryer versions that a lot of people use. And I know you can try to push out the product from the pencil, but it's just, this works. What I did in the microwave worked genius for me. So I just put some on my ring finger and just spread that over. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, because you're just trying to get a nice base down. If you like a different base, I know that the Sparkle Eye comes with some cream shadows. I found that they're too light for my skin to use them as a base. They're just not thick enough. But you can use them if you like. I've seen some tutorials where people just do that. And so this is my everyday my go-to look. I've been wearing it to work a lot. In fact, I got a compliment on it on Thursday, so I'm really excited about it. Okay, so now that you've got your base on in the Beauty Encyclopedia, I'm going to start out by taking this really light color right in the corner, and I'm going to just use my e.l.f. shadow brush. And I'm just going to get that on, and I'm just going to put it in the inner tear duct, and then a little bit in the highlight. We're going to go back over this later, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I just like to get it up there. The next color I'm going to use is this gray color down here. And I'm just going to use one side of my e.l.f. shadow brush, get some on, pat it off, and I'm going to cover my whole eyelid with that color. It gives it a nice base, and you can see there's a little bit of sparkle in there. There's not a ton. There's more in the other ones. So you can really kind of customize your look based on how much shimmer you want. So I'm just going to really load that gray all over my eyes. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. Next, I'm going to take, and I'm just going to use the other side of the same e.l.f. brush. I'm going to take this gorgeous, gorgeous maroon color. It's like a pinky purple. I love it. Having green eyes, I think these shadows, these kind of colors work great on them. And so I'm just going to flip it over and take the other one and tap it off. These shadows are highly pigmented, so you want to make sure that you tap off the excess. And I am just going to put it just real lightly and not super precise in the corner, like the second half of my eye. You can go a little bit above the crease if you want. We're going to put a crease color in later. You just want that color there. I love, love this color. And I love these shadows. Look at how pigmented that is. I mean, that's just gorgeous to me. I think my camera just decided to stop recording right there, so hopefully you got everything else. But so we have the maroon color on the edge. So you just can flip it back over to go to the gray and just kind of blend that a little. Don't worry about this being perfect because we are going to add a color on top of that. Okay, so now that you've got your gray and your maroon, I'm going to wipe off the brush. I'm just going to use, I have another e.l.f. brush, so I'm just going to use that one to save time. And I'm going to go in and take this super sparkly purple color. It is super sparkly. So if you don't want your eyes to look super sparkly, I would just either take a little bit of this or find a replacement color. I love it. I'm just going to put it over where the maroon meets the gray. This one got a little bit high there. And you can see it really transforms that maroon color. I love it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my stiff, short little brush, my Target favorite, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to mix the two brown colors, this shimmery one and this darker one. I'm just going to go in, tap, 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 tap. Don't need a lot. And I'm going to put this in my crease and the V. It's real light because I don't want to cover the maroon color. I just kind of want to enhance it. A little, this eye is just getting a little bit high for me. So now what I'm going to take this, it's a little bit shorter and stiffer than the, just a little bit, than the e.l.f. brush. It's my mirror brush. And I'm going to take that plain and blend. And then I'm going to take one of my colors from Ulta. I'm just going to use Naked this time. Usually I use Bone. It doesn't have as much shimmer in it. And re-add my highlight in this one, and you just kind of sweep it away. I think it gets rid of a lot of the color that's under there as opposed to just the sparkles. So you can see what that looks like. And I'm just going to take my black pencil eyeliner. I'm not going to liquid line today because it's just a low-key day. It's just my Ulta black. I love it because it's really, really creamy. So I'm just going to line my upper lash line corner and then just my lower lash line just real lightly. I want the lash line to look thicker. I don't really necessarily want it to look lined. See, it's just a real light line. Okay. And then I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. And for today's mascara, I'm not going to go super deep. This is my favorite just daytime mascara. It's the Maybelline Fill and Soft. I feel this is the waterproof edition. With my contacts, I need the waterproof. I love this brush. But it's almost like a gel instead of just your normal mascara, and I feel that it really does leave my lashes really soft, and I like to use this during the day so that way if I'm changing to nighttime makeup, I can put an extra coat of something else on top of it. And it won't be as sticky or as harsh and brittle as some of the other mascaras can make my eyelashes. And just really load up in the corner. It sounds silly. I had a friend who worked at Prescriptives, and she always told me to really load up in the corner. And the first time she told me, I was like, well, duh. But now when I really remember and focus on it, I can see the difference. That's the eye look. I'm going to do the rest of my face now. Normally, like I said, I usually do that before. That's just my preference. I don't like to do it after, but for the sake of time I did earlier. So the first thing I'm going to do now that I've done my eyes and I've got my foundation on, is I'm going to just use the Warmth color that comes in the Bare Minerals kit. And to be very careful with this color. I really hope I don't mess it up now because it can be really dark, especially if you're really pale skin like me. So I'm just going to put it here, up, down. See? Blend. Here, it's like a big 3 and a big E on each side of your face. So that really warmed up my face because I don't necessarily like to look super pale and ghostly. So now I'm going to take my Clinique brush and I'm going to take this tapered end. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of a deep bronzer just to really do that contour line and the sides of my nose. And then right here. It's a nice trick that I've learned to just do your jawline to make sure, and you can blend that in with a bigger brush too. But I really feel that it helps hide this a little bit. So then I'm going to take this part of my Clinique brush and I'm going to pick up some blush. I can't show you it, it's my Ulta kit, which is underneath where I'm holding the camera. But you just stipple it in there, blow it, and then I really like to just stipple my blush on. Like that. And so it just adds a little bit of warmth, and then I'll blend it in a little bit elsewhere. Okay. And so now I'm going to take the original Mineral Veil just to kind of set everything in my big full face brush from Bare Minerals. And put this all over so it'll set my eyeshadow, my blush, my foundation, everything. Okay. And then for my lips, I'm going to use one of my favorite lip glosses. I love lip gloss. I'm not a huge lipstick fan. And this is the Essence XXXL Shine. You can get it from Ulta for like $2. They're last sold out online last time I checked. It's like the simplest little brush ever. And it was really cheap, and so I just got it like thrown on at the end of my order one day, and I love it. The color, I have no idea what the color is, but it looks like this. And so I'm just going to put that on. I love this lip gloss. And so that's the end look. I love wearing this look every day, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.